Well, today is Saturday, March 8th, 2025. I am here for my 2025 HEUG Alliance Conference, annual conference I've been going to since 2017. And I'll be presenting this coming Monday, but whenever there's not conference stuff going on, doing video adventures along the way. So I've already gotten to the downtown New Orleans part. My particular hotel that I picked is the Hampton Inn and Suites Convention Center. So I think it's both buildings. You got that one there and this one over here. I'm not sure which side I'm going to be in. Right across the way you've got a little park, and then the convention center. You can't get any closer. It's literally that building right there, although it really stretches a far distance. Like it goes like this and then all the way over that way. It is a misty morning here in New Orleans, Louisiana, about 65 degrees. Not really rain, like it's that fog mist, but I'm here for my annual Alliance Conference for the year 2025. Today's March 9th, a Sunday morning, about close to 8 o'clock a.m. So that was my hotel that I just left back there. And the convention center this year is right here. So the hotel I'm at is the Hampton Inn and Suites. There's two versions of Hampton Inn and Suites. This one's the convention center one. The other one's like a little bit further down. See like the New Orleans logo on the trash can. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been, I don't think my hotels, last year's hotel in Phoenix, I guess, was pretty darn close. It was like right across the street from the conference center. I guess the crosswalk is technically over here. I arrived yesterday and walked the French Quarter and did a few videos there for a couple hours. So this whole building, it spans like all the way down there and goes all the way this way. All of it is related to the convention center. I'm coming early this morning to to pick up my presenter badge. It said to go into Hall H, which is down this way. Now let's see if we can time that up again where it says Alliance. How many ads do they have circling through this thing? Maybe another time. So I could probably enter in any of these doors. Like I said, I'm just heading toward the exterior. And this will be busy later on because they just opened a half hour ago and there's not really sessions today except for a couple of the workshop sessions that people would pay extra for. You don't really get a view of the city of New Orleans from down here. You get a view of the highway. And if we were on the other side of the building, I think you would see the, what do you call it? Alright, just doing a brief chat with one of the people from the HEUG organization. But yeah, if we were on the other side of the convention center, Yeah, if we were on the other side of the convention center, and like getting a view that way, I think you would see the Mississippi River. So Hall, I think it's Hall H. So it's funny, is like I know I read Hall H ahead of time, but then like that quickly my brain forgets, is it G or H? So I'm just walking further down. He said, you know, right where the banners are. I don't know if they're using the entire convention center, because this seems like too much space. I think they said predominantly most of the stuff will be near H and G, and that's toward H is where these Alliance Conference banners are hanging up. So I'm going to check in. We'll see if there's a giveaway. Usually there's a little conference giveaway. Last year it was a one of those like Stanley drink cups. Alright, looks like this year's giveaways, I'm assuming a pair of socks with the Alliance branding on it. Got my conference badge. This year it says, like usually I thought in the past they would specifically have attendee or presenter on it. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. But they do have instead a presenter ribbon that I can attach to the bottom. Maybe that's how it was, and I was just forgetting it. So now I'm taking this escalator up to the second level, and we are going to try to hunt down 292. Okay, so room 292. Take the escalator up from near the Hall H area and keep going straight. See, they have a lot of meeting space side areas. These are still part of the halls over here. The actual like rooms that attendees would go to look to be on the ends. There's also some escalators down this way. I'm not sure which rooms the workshops are taking place in. I don't know if we'll run into any of that. Looks like they got some pictures on the wall. Not a lot of chairs over here, but charging stations, some more gathering spaces. They have electronic kiosk or display boards, which I'm assuming will show what sessions are being presented. I'm not sure if I've seen that in previous convention centers. I think it's been like the paper stands. Oh, no, I take that back. I think there was one that had smaller display boards, like a tablet-sized one. Alright, so 292. This year I'm only presenting one session, my 2-hour BI Publisher session. Alright, that's where I'll be tomorrow. Interesting now, the front ones actually have desks that people can like set a laptop down and present at, where the rest of them don't. Usually it's just chairs only. Except for the one year I did a workshop back in 2018 that I presented. Alright, so yeah, I'll be up there on the stage. Kind of looks like they almost have a laptop up there already. Maybe that's, I assume that's theirs. I'll just hook up my own. So later this evening will be the welcome reception. Probably in, I think, Hall G or H. So I'll come back and you'll see a crowd then. We'll see what the welcome reception has. Then tomorrow I'll do some videos. Me heading to the presentation. Again, you'll see a lot more people. Quick video of me in the room right before the presentation and afterward. And then some of the other like events throughout the day. And then Tuesday evening it'll wrap up with the closing night event. That one I think may not be in this building. I gotta check for sure. I think it's in some like Mardi Gras building where they have historical floats and such. Well, it is now 5:09 p.m. on Sunday. Spent the day taxing myself with sightseeing, including a lot of bike riding, seeing a parade. I was out the whole time since I was here in the morning. And now I'm back in time for the welcome reception. It started at 4:30 p.m. but it ends at 6:30 p.m. So that's why I wasn't like in a rush to be the first person there, because anytime during that span is fine, and I'll have plenty of time to enjoy the reception and welcoming. Well, the welcome reception is up and running. All the vendors that you can start talking to. The vendors are usually here Monday and Tuesday afternoons as well. And a little bit of hors d'oeuvres to go around. I like how they have the street signs up there, like Oracle, Main Stage, little cheese, and some local flair of taste. Oh, there's the dog park and the HEUG booth. The HEUG booth is important. Drink stations, Gideon Taylor. They've got the carving stations set up throughout. This one is turkey that I started with, but they also have a pork loin one there, and maybe something else over there. All right, so great selection appetizers for the welcome reception. Seems to be better than I remember in previous years. I mean, they, like I said earlier, they had the carving stations. I got another piece, this time a huge piece of roasted turkey, little pastry. I found the tiny pastry table, some cheese and crackers. I don't think I've ever had like a falafel ball, but that's what this is. We'll see if I like that. These are little roasted chicken skewers and a beef skewer. And then a little cup of water. Alright, I scarfed down that food, talked to a few people, and then now I'm ready to probably go back to the hotel room, do a little preparation and dry run through for my presentation tomorrow. If you're interested, by the way, you can check out the rest of my videos from New Orleans on Poco Traveler, the ones that are besides the conference, like the sightseeing ones. Like this morning, after I got my check-in badge, I took a bicycle I'd rented, rode it that way, saw one of the parades from Mardi Gras that had been postponed to today due to weather. And I kept riding the bike all the way to City Park. Whole host of fun. Monday now, it is presentation day. I've done all the prep I need. My presentation starts in about an hour and a half from now. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. Nice that it's a sunny day when I'm walking to the conference. I think the past couple days when I've shot footage around here, it's been gloomy. Well, this year's lunch was the first time they haven't done box lunches at the conference that I can recall. They did like a little buffet thing where you could get a burger, but I think the issue people were having was like if you got there a few minutes after it opened, which like I did, all the steak potatoes, all the salad, and all the chicken options were out. So this was all people had left. There's the part 1 session, and then coming up after that, hour break in between part 2. Alright, just finished my 2-part presentation. Like I said earlier, I had part 1 for an hour, then there was an hour break, and then part 2. I think it went, just like usual. It's, I've presented this material so often that it's always nice to see a good crowd and people enjoying it.
I'm trying to communicate something and this person is not getting it, or I'm not getting it. And why, right? So
my previous clip was a session that a person does named Anna at the HEUG every year, and always one of my favorite sessions to go to. Unique presentations, great presentation style. But I usually don't feature other speakers. I just like highlight it around my stuff. So as I was in there, I was like, oh, let me pull out the camera and just do like a quick clip. But right now we are headed to the closing night event for the Alliance 2025 conference. It's going to be at Mardi Gras World, which is just behind the convention center. So where I'd been entering the convention center was not Hall F, but like the next 2 halls. So if we just keep on going outside and then make a left-hand turn toward the river, that's where it's at. It'll be interesting to see what it has, because Mardi Gras World normally is sort of like a think, a museum of sorts. You pay like $22 a ticket, and I believe they're supposed to have popular Mardi Gras floats. So I'm looking forward to it, and of course the food. You can never beat the food at an Alliance conference for the opening or closing nights. Then you get to see some of the artwork down here as we get further down, because this is like Hall I, which is beyond where the Alliance related stuff was. You can see the crowd of people going toward the end. Alright, so when we turn the corner, it's like another long warehouse looking thing that says Mardi Gras World on it. I don't know what I was expecting. In my head, I guess I was thinking like a little bit taller of a building, more of a square warehouse looking. This is similar to the, almost looks like a fishing port. Is that Mr. Clean? And Mr. T? It's too bad the sun is right behind it. Look at the big Super Bowl one. Got some other ones over there like Saquon Barkley from the Super Bowl. Oh geez, it's really extensive. Hopefully I fixed some of the glare on the video now. Look, you got Garfield with the battle bots also. Get to take a picture with the band Kiss. Oh, they got some characters too from like the Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald. And these are probably some of the actual floats. You got some more over here. Oh, and this one is the Super Bowl. The grill, the NOLA, and then we just got a couple more. Okay, so that was great. But I think the party itself, like food and whatnot, is down this way. Well, this will be busier later, but they're going to have live music on the stage, tables, and then we'll see what food offerings are. Well, I got some food. I think very few people have figured out that there's a second level you can eat at. Got beef, pasta, some desserts already, and my own personal tables of refills on food. By the way, so you don't get the wrong impression, it only took a couple minutes for the second level to fill out too. Also an outside presence right alongside the river, which is, and the bridge lit up. Oh, also the boat over there. But that will wrap it up for this year's recap of the conference. Another great time as usual. I think it was, if I count correctly. Well, I was going to say 8 years. Technically, there was a few virtual years during COVID, but it'll be my 8th year, I think, of Alliance conferences. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.